Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're back in the test garden today with a couple of requests from the last video for tests. So we're going to go through those one by one. I got them written down here, and we'll see how it does. So some feedback I got, a couple things, was to leave the ground balance at 90 on the Simplex. So we're going to try that right now. We got it ground balanced at 90. All right, and we're going to go max sensitivity, and we're going to try field mode. The first request was to medium-sized coin as deep as the Simplex will go, and then try it with the Nox. So we're full sensitivity here, we're in field mode now, and we got the ground balance at 90. All right, so let's check it out. Oh, let's remove the notching. That test is coming. All right, let's get rid of the notching. All right, so there we go. We're wide open in field mode. So this is a 9-inch silver quarter, and you can see in field mode, that's like the max detection for this. We're not getting any numbers, but I can hear the zip, the signal, okay? And that's in field. So at max sensitivity, ground balance at 90, this is the depth of the Simplex here. No numbers. And if we go any higher, I mean, no numbers anyway. All right, let's get the Equinox. Another comment was, don't ground balance the Equinox, leave it at 0. A lot of times I do, but sometimes, depending on the conditions, if you pump your coil, you know, when you're hunting, if you pump your coil and you're getting, and you're in all metal and you hear the ground woo, 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 like that, you know you got a ground balance. So right now, anyway, we're in F2 5, recovery speed 5. I can go lower on that, but it doesn't have a problem hitting the silver quarter. And ground balance is at 0. And here we go. Doesn't have a problem hitting that silver quarter. Let's lower it down. That was a request too. Lower it down. Recovery speed, we'll go 3. And I can drop the iron bias too. That was also a comment. So we'll bring that down to 0. All right. So that Equinox hits it fine. I can get my hand under that with a nice clear signal. Let's put those back to where they were. F2 5. Oops. Recovery speed 5. Okay. Next request was to put a medium-sized coin and a piece of iron in a hole. I dug a hole about 6 inches deep, and I threw a quarter and a modern piece of iron, a screw, in the hole, and I'll show you that clip right now. All right, for this test, I got about a 6-inch hole here. Got a quarter and a hardware store screw. We're just gonna toss it in the hole, cover it up. They're both in there. Okay, so here's our hole. Where's the rock? Here's the rock. Let's put this back in park mode, our fast mode. Doesn't have a problem hitting it. That is a quarter and a modern screw. But when I turn on it, that's a different story. Let's try the Equinox. Here's the rock. No problem. Turn on it. No problem. Again, I think that's the big push for multi-frequency, is really helping with all that. All right, here we go, recovery speed test. So I have an Indian head penny and a square nail right there. All right, and we're gonna try gold too. There were comments to try gold. So we got the Indian head penny and the square nail. The Indian head penny is maybe a couple millimeters lower than the piece of iron. I just took my finger and swiped some dirt. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but right there. And this, so one of the requests was to notch out the first three. They said the Simplex would hit that better than the last video if I notched out those first three. So we're trying that. We're getting a one-way signal there. Well, we were. So that's with those first three notched. Let's put them back in. Because that didn't help. That actually helps a little. Well, it was. All right. That's a slow swing speed too. Equinox. Not a problem. All right, the big question everyone wants to know, is it gonna miss gold? If it's missing that nickel from the last video, is it gonna miss gold? So here's the Indian head penny. Let's take a small gold ring and just place it down. All right, gold ring, piece of iron. Simplex. You're gonna miss the gold. This is in Park. You're gonna miss that gold ring. Equinox. ID in 1213. Not a problem for the Equinox. Let's see. Oh, one comment was that they tried the test with the nickel and it hit fine, but he was using a modern nail. So I got this. It's a modern screw. You can see the difference here. They're comparable, but this is Colonial iron and this is a modern screw. So let's put the modern screw down right where that other one was. And let's try that. Simplex, gold ring, modern screw. Better, right? Oh. It's trying. He was trying. Those hardware store nails, they're easier to hit than the Colonial iron. 1213 on the Equinox. It's that, I think it's the 12 kilohertz frequency. I think that's the problem there, because you're running 12 kilohertz, it's missing the mid conductors. I don't know. All right, I was just upstairs editing the video and I realized that during the Simplex and Equinox depth test, you couldn't see the screen. If I was watching that video, I'd be upset. I'd want to see the screen too. So I'm back out here. I'm going to get you guys close to the screen and we're going to go over that silver quarter again, all right? Let me flip you around. All right, here we go. So we got the Simplex with the 9-inch silver quarter spot. Simplex is in field mode, max sensitivity, and ground balanced at 90, which was requested in the last video. So I'm calling this edge of detection for it because I'm getting a little whisper every now and then, but no matter where I go on it, I'm not getting any numbers. And I'm right on the ground, but I do hear a little whisper. All right, let's get the Equinox over there. So there was a couple requests. Somebody said field mode was the deeper mode. I use Park 2. So we have Park 2 here. Ground balance 0, that was requested. Recovery speed 5. Iron F2, F5. Alright, now let's bring them down. Alright, we had a request to bring this down. And we'll bring the recovery down to, say, 3. Alright, I want to try one more test. So I want to see how low I can go on recovery speed with the Equinox since the Simplex isn't hitting this. So there's a piece of iron and the small gold ring. This is recovery speed. Recovery speed 5. F2 5. Right. So we're getting a perfect ring signal. Let's go down to 4. Let's see where they compare, you know, the Simplex and the Equinox. 3. Interesting, huh? 2. You can hear the tones getting longer. That's a recovery speed 1, and the Equinox is still hitting it. And that's as low as we can go. You hear how long those tones are at recovery speed 1. What's the good ID still? Almost sounds like a Garrett Bell tone at recovery speed 1. I'll show you the difference. We'll go up to recovery speed. We'll go all the way up. 8. How short those are. So I can go all the way down. I figured recovery speed 1, the Equinox, I was trying to see where they would compare since the Simplex can't hit it in its fastest mode. Well, I thought the Equinox would miss it at recovery speed 1. Nope. Alright everyone, thanks for watching.